All right, Emma. So today we're really diving deep into something I think most affiliate marketers, they just totally overlook. Like they're always chasing the big numbers, the massive audiences, but the real gold, honestly, is often in these tiny, super engaged pockets. It's not about scale initially, it's about depth of connection.
Oh, like micro influencers, kind of, or something even smaller? Because I hear about micro influencers a lot, right? But you're saying even beyond that? Like, what are we talking here, James? Is this about those super niche forums that feel a bit dated, maybe? Or something completely different? I'm totally intrigued. Like, what's the secret sauce here?
Precisely. We're talking micro communities, Emma. And yeah, it could be a forum, but it could also be a very specific Facebook group that's not huge, a niche Discord server, a small subreddit for like artisanal dog collars. The key isn't the platform, it's the intense shared passion of its members. Everyone in there is obsessed with the same very specific thing. And that's where the magic happens for affiliates. It's not just small, it's deeply focused. They're all speaking the same language, literally.
Okay, so like not just dog lovers, but people who exclusively knit sweaters for hairless dogs kind of niche. That deep? I mean, how do you even find those, James? It sounds like you'd need like a treasure map almost to uncover those hidden gems. And then once you're in, how do you even approach it without, well, sounding like you're just there to sell something? Because that's like the quickest way to get banned, right? You can't be that person.
Absolutely. That's the million-dollar question, innit? And you're spot on, Emma. You absolutely cannot go in there guns blazing with affiliate links. That's just a recipe for disaster. It's about genuine engagement first. Think of it like this. You're joining a club. You don't walk into a new club meeting and immediately try to sell everyone a membership to another club, do you? No. You listen, you contribute, you ask questions, you share your knowledge, you build rapport. It's all about becoming a trusted member.
So before we even get to the how to engage part, how do you actually find these super specific, almost hidden communities? Like, my first thought would be to just type hairless dog sweater knitting forum into Google, but I feel like that's probably not the sophisticated approach you're talking about. Is it? Is there like a trick or a tool for this kind of discovery that most people don't use?
Good question, Emma. And you're right, it's not always a direct search. Sometimes it starts with your existing niche. If you're in pets, you go deeper. Dog grooming, then dog grooming at home, then DIY natural dog grooming for specific breeds. See how it branches out. You look for specific problems people are discussing. Think about communities forming around a very particular hobby, a specific product, a unique lifestyle, or even a rare challenge. Search for niche-specific terms plus forum, group, community, Discord, subreddit. Look at review sites for really niche products. Often, the commenters there will point to deeper communities. It's a bit like detective work, really, following the trail of passionate discussions.
That makes sense. So it's almost like starting broad and then just drilling down until you hit like bedrock almost. But what about, say, a community that's so small it doesn't even have a forum? Like maybe it's just, I don't know, a handful of people on, say, Instagram commenting on a very specific type of artisan pottery. How do you even gauge if it's worth it to engage with such a tiny group, even if they are super passionate?
Excellent point. The worth it factor isn't about raw numbers, it's about the depth of engagement and potential for impact. A group of 50 intensely passionate people who are actively looking for solutions or specific products in a very niche area can be far more valuable than 5,000 lukewarm followers on a broader topic. For those smaller, less formal groups, it's about observing. Are they asking questions? Are they sharing experiences? Is there a clear need being expressed, even implicitly? If you see genuine, active discussion and a shared problem or interest, that's your signal. It's quality over quantity, always in this particular strategy.
So once you've found these gold mines, Emma, the next step, as we touched on, is crucial: genuine engagement. You need to become a part of the fabric of that community. Not just lurk, but contribute. This means sharing your insights, answering questions without any expectation of return, and truly listening to what people are saying. Do you know what I mean? It's about being helpful, purely helpful at first. It's a very different mindset than just posting a link.
Right, totally. So, like, if I find a group about, I don't know, restoring vintage typewriters, I wouldn't just pop in and say, hey, buy this cleaning kit. Instead, I'd maybe answer a question about a common repair issue or share a cool resource I found. Is that the kind of like value first approach you're talking about? And how long do you like typically do that before you even think about an affiliate product? Is there a general time frame or is it just based on feel?
That's exactly it. You nailed the vintage typewriter example. Share that resource, offer a tip on stubborn key issues, maybe even share a picture of your own restored typewriter. Show, don't just tell that you're one of them. As for timing, there's no strict rule, Emma. It's not a checklist. It's a feel thing, as you said. You'll know when you've earned enough trust that your recommendations will be genuinely welcomed. It could be weeks, it could be months. The goal isn't to rush, it's to integrate. People need to see you as a trusted peer, not a salesperson in disguise. If you rush it, you ruin it. It's truly about building that long-term connection.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So it's less about ticking boxes and more about genuinely building relationships and trust, which like inherently takes time, right? But then, when you do eventually recommend something, how do you do it so it still feels natural and not like, oh, okay, here it comes, the pitch? Is there a way to like subtly weave it in so it feels like a helpful suggestion rather than a blatant promotion?
Absolutely, Emma. The subtle weave, as you put it, is an art form. It comes from deep understanding of the community's needs. When someone asks about, say, the best lubricant for an old typewriter, and you've already established yourself as someone who genuinely helps, you can respond with, I've tried a few, and for this specific issue with getting those keys unstuck, I found product X. And here's why. It's non-corrosive, doesn't attract dust, etc. I got mine from here. The why is crucial. It's not just a link, it's an informed, helpful suggestion based on shared experience. You're not selling, you're solving a problem with a tool you genuinely believe in. Do you know what I mean? It's a profound difference.
Oh, I totally get that. So it's like context is everything. You're not just throwing a link out there, you're building a whole story around it, explaining your personal experience and why it's relevant to their specific problem. That's way more powerful than just a product description, right? So, for example, if I was in a gardening group and someone asked about pest control, I wouldn't just link to a general pesticide. I'd talk about a specific organic solution I used for, say, aphids on my tomatoes, and then maybe link to it because it worked really well for that specific issue.
Exactly. You're providing a solution to a specific, expressed need backed by your own perceived expertise and experience within that very niche context. And because you've already invested time in being helpful, asking thoughtful questions, and sharing non-promotional value, that recommendation carries weight. It's not seen as a sales pitch, it's seen as a genuine friend sharing a valuable tip. That's the cornerstone of trust. It means you've earned the right to recommend. And that trust, that's incredibly valuable. It truly is.
Wow, I love that. Earned the right to recommend. That really reframes the whole affiliate marketing game, doesn't it? It's not just about getting eyeballs on a link, it's about getting trust on a link, which is a totally different ballgame. So, once you're at that point where you've established trust and you're making these helpful contextual recommendations, how do you then pick the right products that truly resonate with such a hyper-specific audience? Because, like, not every product is going to be a perfect fit, right?
Precisely, Emma. Product selection in micro-communities is absolutely critical. You can't just pick something with a high commission. You have to ensure a nearly perfect product-market fit.
Think about what problems the community constantly discuss. What solutions are they actively seeking? What are their pain points? Back to the typewriter example, maybe they need specific tools for repair, niche cleaning solvents, or even very particular ribbons that are hard to find. You become the curator, the one who knows exactly where to find those elusive, high-quality items. It's about solving their unique problems, you know?
So, like, instead of just searching affiliate products for writers, you'd be looking for vintage typewriter repair kits or rare colored typewriter ribbons. That's a super tight focus. But what if there aren't many affiliate programs for those exact super niche products? Does that ever become a barrier, or do you find ways around that, maybe by suggesting broader tools that still cater to the specific need?
That's a very real challenge, Emma, but it's also where the alchemy comes in. Sometimes you won't find a direct affiliate program. In those cases, you have a few options. One, you can look for slightly broader products that still perfectly serve a component of their niche need. For example, a high-quality magnifying lamp for intricate work, or specific storage solutions. Two, you can even approach smaller businesses or artisans directly who do sell those super niche items and propose a custom affiliate arrangement. Many are open to it if you can demonstrate you genuinely have access to their ideal customer base. And three, sometimes you recommend something purely for value, no affiliate link, just to maintain that trust. Because that long-term goodwill is more valuable than any single commission. It's a strategic choice, you see.
Wow, that's like thinking outside the box for sure. So you're not just limited to big affiliate networks. You can actively create opportunities if the product fit is perfect. That's a really powerful idea, James. It makes a lot of sense, especially when you're dealing with these really specific, passionate groups. It's not just about finding products. It's about really becoming a resource for them. That sounds like a long-term play, building something sustainable.
Precisely, Emma. That long-term play is what sets this strategy apart. By consistently providing value, answering questions, and sharing genuinely helpful resources, sometimes with affiliate links, sometimes without, you passively build authority. People start to recognize your name. They see you as the go-to expert for that specific thing. When someone asks a question, others might even tag you, saying, "Hey, Emma knows a lot about this," or "James has written a really good post on that topic." That's when you've truly become an invaluable part of the community. Your recommendations aren't just listened to, they're sought after.
Oh, that's so cool. So it's like you become the unofficial trusted advisor, right? That totally makes sense for building real influence. But James, does this really scale? I mean, you're talking about investing a lot of personal time in these tiny communities. How do you go from being an authority in, say, one typewriter forum to actually generating meaningful affiliate income across a few different niches without burning yourself out with all that personal engagement?
That's a valid concern, Emma, and it's where people often misinterpret micro-communities. You don't need to be in hundreds of them. Start with one or maybe two where you have genuine passion and expertise. Build that authority. Once you've done that, the passive part starts to kick in. Your reputation precedes you. You might find members from one community recommending you in another similar one. Or you can start to replicate your process in slightly different but still niche communities. It's not about being everywhere, it's about being deeply impactful in a few key places. The knowledge you gain, the content you create by answering questions can be repurposed. It's not about more communities necessarily, but about leveraging the deep connections you've already established.
So it's not about spreading yourself thin across a bunch of communities. It's about deeply planting your flag in a few and then letting that reputation and expertise sort of radiate outwards. That makes a lot more sense for sustainability, actually. So once you've built that passive authority, how do you ethically expand that without losing the authenticity that made you successful in the first place?
Right, scaling responsibly is key. Once you've established yourself in a few micro-communities, you'll naturally start to see patterns. The questions asked, the problems faced, the type of products needed, they'll have common threads even across slightly different niches. You can then create content, blog posts, YouTube videos, a small newsletter that addresses these recurring needs. You can point the communities to that content, which then contains your affiliate links. You're still providing value, but now you're leveraging your own platform to do it. It's less about constant direct interaction in every single community and more about creating evergreen resources that stem from your community insights. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I totally get that. So it's like your engagement in the micro communities informs your broader content strategy. You become like the central hub that solves problems you discovered by being a deep part of these smaller groups. That's really clever, actually. But is there a point where you might want to create your own micro community around your specific niche after you've built all that authority? Wouldn't that be a natural progression almost?
Absolutely, Emma. That's a brilliant insight, and often the natural next step. Once you've built significant authority and a following through your contributions, creating your own space, be it a dedicated forum, a Discord server, or a private Facebook group, allows you to have more control and foster an even deeper level of engagement. You're essentially consolidating that relationship capital. And in your own community, you have more freedom to directly recommend products and tools because people have explicitly chosen to be there with you. It's a testament to the trust you've built, and it's a powerful long-term asset in itself. It's where your influence truly crystallizes, I think.
That's amazing. So you start by being a valuable member of someone else's community, absorb their needs, build trust, and then, if it makes sense, you can even spin off your own highly engaged community. It feels like such a sustainable and really ethical way to build an affiliate business. It's not just chasing quick sales, it's about building something that lasts. So, what would you say is the absolute biggest long-term benefit of this micro-community approach, beyond just the sales?
The biggest long-term benefit, Emma, without a shadow of a doubt, is what I call relationship capital. It's not just about earning commissions. It's about earning trust, loyalty, and a genuine connection with your audience. When you build this capital, you're not just an affiliate marketer, you're a trusted resource, a friend, a peer. This means your recommendations carry far more weight, and your business becomes incredibly resilient. If an algorithm changes or a trend shift, you still have that foundational trust with your audience. They'll follow you because they value your input, not just the platform you're on. It's the ultimate ethical scaling mechanism.
Wow, relationship capital. I absolutely love that term. It really highlights how this isn't just a tactic for quick wins, but a whole strategy for building a truly sustainable and resilient business. It's like you're investing in people, and they, in turn, invest in your recommendations. That's a total game changer from just blasting links everywhere. So, James, if someone's listening and they're thinking, okay, I'm sold on this, but what are some of the biggest mistakes or pitfalls I should absolutely avoid when trying to implement this micro-community strategy?
That's a crucial question, Emma, because while the rewards are immense, there are definitely traps to avoid. The absolute biggest pitfall, the one that can undo all your hard work, is being impatient. Trying to rush the process, dropping links too early, or making thinly veiled promotional posts will get you ostracized, plain and simple. Community managers and members are incredibly savvy. They can spot a spammer a mile off. Another huge mistake is not actually caring about the niche. If you're only there for the money and not the genuine interest, it'll show. Your contributions will feel hollow, your answers will lack depth, and you won't resonate. Authenticity is non-negotiable here.
Yeah, I can totally see that. If you're not genuinely interested, you're probably not going to be able to provide the kind of nuanced value that these communities are looking for anyway, right? It's like you have to be in it. What else, James? Are there any other, like, red flags people should watch out for, or behaviors that could accidentally derail their efforts, even if their intentions are good?
Right. Besides impatience and lack of genuine interest, another big one is ignoring community rules. Each group, forum, or Discord server has its own culture and guidelines. Some might have no links rules, others might allow them only on specific days or in specific threads. You must respect these or you risk getting banned. It's just common sense, really. And don't get into arguments or try to win debates. Your role is to be a helpful, contributing member, not a provocateur. Focus on positive interactions. Also, over-contributing, like dominating every conversation, can be off-putting. It's about finding that balance of being present and helpful without taking over the whole place. Moderation is key.
That's a great point about over-contributing. It's like you want to be seen, but not too seen, right? You don't want to be the person who always has to have the last word. And the rules thing, totally. Some communities are super strict about self-promotion. So you really have to read the room and respect what the moderators have set up. So James, we've talked about identifying, engaging, scaling, pitfalls. What would be your number one actionable next step for someone who wants to start applying this strategy today?
My number one actionable next step would be to identify one micro-community related to a niche you are genuinely passionate about. Just one. Don't overwhelm yourself. Join it, but don't post yet. Spend a week, maybe two, just observing. Read old threads, understand the common questions, identify the influencers within that group, and just soak up the culture. Listen intently. See what kind of language they use, what their common frustrations are. This observation phase is incredibly valuable. It prepares you to then make your first contribution, which should be purely value-driven, like answering a question or sharing a useful tip with absolutely no strings attached. That's where you begin the journey.
That's such solid advice, James. Start small, observe, and genuinely contribute. It really feels like a shift from traditional affiliate marketing to true community building, which makes so much more sense for long-term success. I'm actually really excited to try this out myself, especially the detective work of finding those super niche groups. Thanks for breaking this down. It's been incredibly insightful.
My pleasure, Emma. It truly is about shifting perspective from chasing transactions to cultivating relationships. So, to reiterate for our listeners, start by identifying one deeply niche community that genuinely interests you. Spend time observing, understanding its dynamics and pain points. Then, and only then, begin to contribute authentic value without expectation of immediate return. Answer questions, share knowledge, and become a trusted peer. When the time is right, offer a highly relevant, deeply contextual solution that genuinely helps, and only then consider if an affiliate link makes sense as part of that helpful solution. This isn't a race, it's a marathon focused on building trust, and that's what truly transforms your affiliate game.
Absolutely, James. It's about being patient and prioritizing that trust above everything else. Like you said, it's not just about affiliate sales, it's about creating relationship capital, which sounds like the strongest foundation you could possibly build for any online business, really. And the idea of potentially creating your own micro community down the line, that's just next level asset building right there. It turns you into a true authority, not just a marketer. I'm really buzzing with this, James. It's been brilliant.
Glad to hear it, Emma. And for everyone listening, remember, the biggest riches often lie in the deepest niches. Don't be afraid to go small, go specific, and build those genuine connections. That's where the real unconventional growth hacks truly reside. It's where the magic really happens for long-term sustainable success. Just give it a go. You'll be surprised, I think.
Totally. It's like a whole new world of opportunity beyond the usual, right? So dive in, find your tribe, and start building that trust. Thanks so much for breaking this all down for us today, James. This has been truly illuminating for anyone looking to really, really transform their affiliate journey.
My absolute pleasure, Emma.